Hey, it's Craig from the Red Pill Diaries. I'm here in Southampton today. I'm going to be leaving tomorrow. I've had a little bit of a trip around England, and it's nice out here, but it's still a bit too chilly. So anyway, I'm going to wake you up today. Well, potentially. And I also invite you to wake me up a little bit more, because none of us know everything, and none of us even know close to everything. So what I'm going to do, as part of this Red Pill Diaries very short video today, I'm going to show you, first of all, a photograph of my dog. He's awesome. I'm missing him a lot. But that has nothing to do with the show. So right, I'm going to give you a quick list now. I'm going to list them all when I get back to the States. I'm going to list them all as well. Sargon of Akaad, English guy, pretty good. It's quite funny. A lot of these guys who I watch are like me. They're actually the original terminology of a liberal. And I'm liberal in a mixed few other things I've already said a million times before. I'm more like a kind of anarchist in some ways, and panarchist, I suppose, in many ways, because I'm a little bit of everything, right? Balanced centrist and a bit of everything. Anyway, one of my more recent likes this year has been Black Pigeon Speaks, and also Black Pilled is really good as well. It's actually one I've only found very recently. So Black Pilled I'd really highly recommend. Wood's Empire is also another good one that I found recently. Dollar Vigilante, I mean, he's been around for a long time, Jeff Berwick, so it's a good one to share with people. Even though Mike Maloney does he was very late to the crypto game, and he's starting to wake up to it now, so I'm in for him. So GoldSilver with Mike Maloney is an okay channel, and actually his new videos are very, very good. For a bit of MGTOW perspective, because it's a very dangerous world out there, especially for a man in the Western world. Doesn't matter what color you are, black, white, whatever. If you're in the Western countries, you know it's a high risk being a man. A lot of people won't appreciate it, especially those with no empathy whatsoever and completely ruled by the system, like drones and zombies and morons. Quantum of consciousness, I suppose, for the conspiracy theorists with intellect, he's a good one to follow. TNN Raw, this is Tony Sotomayor, a very good wake up, especially for African American men. He's originally from Atlanta. I think he lives in California. Very red pilled indeed. Sandman for MGTOW guys. There's actually a lot of MGTOW guys out there. A lot of very toxic kind of MGTOW guys. He can be a little bit like that, I suppose. The corbettreport for I think it's just basically honest news. Maybe a little bit leaning towards I suppose it's right serving in some ways. I'm always a little bit skeptical of the like Red Eyes TV, same thing. Earthling Carl in the UK, he's actually very good. I'm a little bit skeptical of these. I mentioned before, some people think that red pilled. Some people think that I've had a cold for a few weeks. I can't get rid of it. No, so ever since I arrived in great shitting, what was I saying again? Yeah, so I'm skeptical of some of these channels because they might wake you up, but I don't like a channel that wakes you up to things on the left. They should be waking up to things on both sides, because we know that evils are from both sides, right? And anyway, let me get back to telling you some more channels here and why I like them. This is, I suppose, a quick review. Crypto Blood, very good cryptocurrency. He goes through the news in a good way. As far as technical analysis, the best people would be Bull and Bear cryptocurrency analysis. And why is the screen going to sleep all the time? It's so annoying me. Sydney MGTOW, quite an annoying MGTOW channel. He's a little bit toxic, I think. It's not very good. Right, what else? Quantum of consciousness there. Oh yeah, Alessio Rastani. He's another good technical analyst. X22 report Spotlight is pretty good for crypto and finance in general. Another good one. You know, there's certain things I watch. They're a bit conspiracy thing, and we're kind of trained to say, oh, you know, I want, like David Icke. I'm just going to say right now, I used to think he was a little bit nuts. and then you try to seem cool because if you're not comfortable in your own skin, you might start pointing at someone else like, oh look, he's a moron. But you have to say over the years that the more we learn about the elite, the more you learn that David Icke is actually fully red pilled, big time, and he actually knows what's going on. And lots of people had to learn the hard way, and they won't admit it, about Alex Jones as well, because the things he was doing was highlighting what was going on. You are a conspiracy. How could you term it? Basically, you're a tinfoil hat wearing anti-conspiracy. If you think that the conspiracies aren't going on, it's you who are the conspiracy theorists that think that conspiracy theorists are coming up with all these conspiracies when they're actually conspiracy factists, right? As Michael Rupert said before he died. So let me find a few. Another good one for technical analysis. South African guy. I keep forgetting his name. The crypto sniper. He's on TV over in South Africa actually as well. Very good one for crypto. That was already. I just wanted to say the main wake up ones that I I suppose Lauren Southern as well. Again, a little bit right leaning, but it comes across overall like. It's, the guy who goes with her, doesn't go with her, Stefan Molyneaux. A little bit of the same, conservative leanings. Both very red pill people. The Raj of the Raj of Maharta. PewDiePie can be funny too, even though 60 odd million people. I will say though that people like PewDiePie, I don't think. Given the search algorithms you have nowadays, the trained algorithms, he would never ever have got to that. He wouldn't be at 6 million, let alone 600,000 now. If the YouTube of today had been around for a long time, lots of these people who have got over 1 million people would never have got to where they are and would never be in front of our faces. So we really have to thank the fact that they were so slow to react and so lazy and focused on profits. As YouTube and Google, the evil organization that it is, are. Anything more I can mention here that are extremely important too? Let's see, for cryptocurrency again, Ivan on Tech, he actually explores in quite depth certain things. You may not agree with him, but at least he tears things apart. Paul Joseph Watson, again, one labeled as alt-right. It's like, I'll be like, years ago, society doesn't exist, Margaret Thatcher. The alt-right doesn't exist. All these things don't exist. They're all just labels. Stop being idiots. If something makes sense, watch it. Don't not watch some. Oh, Stacey Herbert and Max Kaiser, of course. How can I forget them? I would also say, if you go on the RT channel, which in some countries will probably be blocked soon when YouTube finds out how to do it. Because they already block RT in America. I don't know if you're aware of this in America. If you try going to RT.com, so when you do like tests, like if you do network tests to find out, your latency and your connectivity to the internet in general, and even to the RT.com server, you should see that there's not much latency if you've got a very fast connection. Doesn't matter what connection you're on though. You can be in a 30 meg. You only require but less than 2 meg to get a good video stream, and yet magically RT.com doesn't work. And this is why they try ban it in the UK as well. I'm not saying that RT is a great station. And I'm not saying that their news is great, because it's a little bit propaganda, nowhere near the level of France 24 or BBC or Al Jazeera and like that, but it's still a little bit propaganda. But that's not the point. You go on the shows there. You go on to Chris, On Contact with Chris Hedges, very smart guy. You go on to the Kaiser Report. It's been waking me up and making me a lot of money for many years, that show. So how can you argue with that? I mean, you try going and fast money on these shows and other networks, you will consistently lose money if you follow those shows, because they're not there for you. They're there for the elite. They're there to trigger you to make the opposite of a Zen move. You know what I mean? Anyway, I'm going to be listing the channels down here later on when I get back to the States. So I always polish shit up later on. Not that I really polish it. My videos are shit. But I just do them because I enjoy them. And I might wake up the odd person out there. So, to the people who don't like my stuff, I don't care. Or a person that doesn't like my stuff. Because I think I might only have one person watching. Bye bye.